Your resume is so vast in soccer. Now you're a club president. How do you feel about that?
Surreal. Surreal. When I finished playing collegiate soccer, there was no women's professional soccer, which was incredibly disappointing if I had wanted to move on. And that's why I moved on to the refereeing side, because there was no other pathway for you beyond college. Now to know that I was sitting there having conversations about being the president of a women's professional soccer team, there's no other word to describe it but surreal, and how far we have come with women's soccer in this country.
How are you feeling about our inaugural season? You know, I feel like we're Tampa Bay, right? I feel like there's already a lot of pressure on us.
Chills. Yes, we are Tampa Bay. Yes, we have all of these expectations, but you know what? That's what makes us a competitor. We want to be the best. We will be the best. I will put the out there in the environment, and that's exactly what the Super League Tampa Bay team will be when we start in the season in August of 2024.
Christina, how are you feeling about the competition this year in World Cup?
One, this is the first time the World Cup has expanded to 32 teams. There are going to be more teams here that have never had an opportunity to play on a world stage, let alone against world-class athletes. This is only going to rise and increase the level of play and the expectations of women football across the world.
And what do you think about our women's U.S. team? Are they going to be competitive?
They are always competitive. It doesn't matter how many injured players they may have, or if you have some star players that are missing. The U.S. women's national team, and I have covered them for over 15 years, have this tenacity and this grit to overcome. So are they one of the favorites and darlings? Of course they are. Are they going to want to bring back another star on the jersey? Of course they will. Are there other teams gunning for them? 100%. I would have said England. Unfortunately, they had enough injuries recently. However, I still think England is probably one of the top contenders against the U.S. in this tournament.
After the World Cup, how will that impact the success of our inaugural season with Super League?
The World Cup has always been a bit of a boomerang in the sense it's a slingshot. It's always elevated women's professional soccer here domestically in the United States. This Women's World Cup will be another big push after we saw what happened in 2019, and once again what we'll see here. And with the USL Super League coming into fruition, it allows many more players to step into that space and that more exposure for what the U.S. women's national team has done, not globally, but more importantly here domestically for women who want to play in the United States, and specifically in the Super League.
David, you're sort of representing the Super League Tampa Bay at World Cup. You and your family are attending some games. How do you feel about World Cup this year and the U.S.'s possibilities of winning?
I think it's going to be exciting. Seeing New Zealand is going to be incredible. Our girls are super happy to be there, and go USA, and hopefully we'll take up another World Cup championship.
Are you going to be scouting players?
I'll leave that to the coach.
Denise, we're super excited to have you on board right before World Cup. Do you have players in the World Cup? If you do, what is it like to know that you coach some of those players?
Yes, I'm super excited. I have multiple players in the World Cup. It's just exciting to see all their hard work come to fruition. I mean, these girls, this is their livelihood now. And how exciting is it that women now can say that this is their pathway and that they make a living doing this. But the joy of that livelihood and all that hard work kind of culminates to this moment, you know, the World Cup moment, when you get to put on the colors of your country and represent. You know, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about putting on that jersey.
What would you say for those players maybe thinking about our league, or might still be in college and they haven't decided what they're doing yet? How do you think about how those conversations might go with those players?
Hopefully everybody's thinking about our league, and I just think that all of them are excited for another opportunity to play professional women's soccer. And so I think they're all going to be excited about it. What an amazing opportunity. We're in Tampa. This is arguably the best place in the world to live, and we are kicking off a pro team. So I can't imagine there's anybody that wouldn't entertain us, and I can't imagine we're not going to have an amazing team. Just really excited about it.
Tell us a little bit about your soccer background. What was your favorite position you played growing up?
I mean, there's no favorite position. There's only one, Amber.
Okay. What's that?
I was a striker, you know, bit of a glory hog, like to score the goals and get the fame. And, you know, as my career got a little bit older, and I don't know why people would call me small. I don't feel very small, you know, but my stature started moving me back a little bit. So I played a little bit of midfielder or wide forward, but I was a 9 in college and really enjoyed that.